to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. So today we have an interesting treat, a salad actually. It's what I call the kale Brussels sprouts fruit medley salad. And I had someone ask me today over lunch, where do you get your inspiration for the items that you cook? Sometimes people tell me, hey, can you do more soups or casseroles? I had two people in particular ask for those items, or some other kind of thing. They'll ask me, and I'm going to tell you, I love when you tell me what you'd like for me to share. So if you have ideas, please send it in. But sometimes I get the inspiration because maybe I tried something that I'd never had before and I really liked it, and then I decided to figure out what was in it, how to tweak it, how to make it work. And this is one of those examples. I was actually on a recruiting trip and I was served this salad and it was just amazing. And so I actually went online. I was looking at all different kinds of salads that had similar ingredients, and I looked at all the different things that people put in them, and then I came up with my own. So that's typically how my inspiration works. So, and again, remember, delicious, healthy, and simple has to be the prerequisite. So what we have here is I've actually gone ahead and I have cut up my kale. And let me tell you about buying the kale. The kale does need to be the tender kale. So this kale is very soft, very tender, you can tell, because you're eating it raw. When it's rougher, or it could be that it's too early in the season and maybe the farmers want to get it out regardless. But if it's tender, perfect salad. If it's not tender, I would put it in a crock pot and cook it that way. So I'm not going to make any assumptions that you know how to clean fresh kale or how to take it off the stem. So let's do that first. And then I'm going to show you how I just basically cut it up, break it up with my hands, and then we're going to mix all these wonderful things together and put it in our bowl. So the first thing you want to do, and I'm going to put my salad spinner here because we're going to be using that here in a second. You're just pulling the kale off of the stems like so. One of the things I don't like, and this is going to be especially true, is you wouldn't want a salad that had a lot of stem on it. That just wouldn't go across very well. Wouldn't go over very well, I should say. So just make sure you've got plenty of the stem off. And again, like I said, I've actually done most of it, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So you're going to get fairly large leaves like this. What I do is I just take it and I just break it. I mean, if you want to cut it up, you can. This is simple enough to just break apart like so. This would definitely be something my dad would do versus cutting it up. And remember, he's the one who taught me mostly how to cook. So now that I see that this is broken up pretty well, and again, I've already done it for the majority of the kale. I just wanted you to be able to see it. So you're just going to get kind of fine pieces like this, okay? Think about salad. You have a salad, right? So I'm going to now just run this under the water like so, and make sure it's clean very well. And again, if you're dealing with some grainy kale, this kale was so clean, just so delicious. It was just great. And again, it's so tender. So I'm just really kind of rinsing it, making sure that there's nothing in it. And I'm going to pray over it just in case there is a bug. I know it's like, oh my God, a bug. Well, it is a vegetable and it does grow outside. So hopefully nothing is on it. You can make it, try to make it as clean as you can, but that's going to be true. Iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce, bib lettuce, it's all the same. All right, so now that we have that going, I am going to put this down in my sink, and I've got my salad spinner. So this we want to make sure excess water is off, okay? So I'm just going to spin it around. I'm doing it in my sink, obviously, because I want the water to go down the drain. And that's pretty much it. And we're going to take it and just roll the balance of it here in the bowl. Okay, Now that we have that, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go on and put it in my serving bowl, at least a base of it, okay? And then we're going to, as you can see, it's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. Okay, so we're gonna put that as our base. Again, what I'm gonna do with the rest of this is I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag and certainly be able to have that for later. Now to this, I'm going to add some walnuts that have been cut up. So I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle those on it, and I'll put quantities out there. I also have Mandarin oranges, so we're gonna put those across. And I have one of the medium size containers, and I just cut it in half. Let's also kind of tackle this Brussels sprout. So I've cut up most of it. You'll see I kind of sliced it, I already washed it and sliced it up, but I wanted to show you just kind of how to do that as well. So we'll take the ones that I already have and we'll just kind of put it, mix it with the salad there. But basically what I did with the Brussels sprouts is you want to take it and cut off the end. So cut it off like so, and then you're just going to kind of slice it. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see this, but you're just going to kind of slice it like so. Okay, and put those things there. And we're going to slice a couple more. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, because I have quite a bit in there, is I'm going to put this in my bowl. And I'm going to put it with the rest of my kale that I'm going to do for later. So, you know, I'm big time do it later kind of girl. All right, because we've got enough here. And if you want to separate it, you can. Whatever you want. Looks pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. All right, the last thing that we're going, well, two more things we need to add is an apple. And I'm going to just take my nice little thing that takes the core out. And I'm choosing to keep the stem on, or keep the skin on, I'm sorry, because I want to add the color. And actually the skin has a lot of the nutrients. So I'm just kind of taking this off like so, put this out of the way. And I'm gonna just kind of dice these. So you're just making fairly small slices, like about that. Let's try it. It's good, it's sweet. Get a nice sweet apple, something you like. And that was really just kind of a small apple. You can add more. This is one of those dishes. Add more or less of whatever you want. People add all kinds of different fruits to this kind of salad. I noticed when I looked online, some add strawberries. I mean, that sounds really good. And I think if you're kind of in the season for strawberries, why not add the strawberries? Okay. So I'm just going to add some more. And this was a small apple. Just cutting it up like so. Almost done here. And we're going to add the apples to the mixture. And after I add the apples, I'm going to then add craisins, okay? So here are my apples. We're just going to kind of add the apples to the mixture. Use all the apples. I've got more for my next salad. All right, next we're going to add the craisins. And again, and I'm going to suggest some amounts, but what I really want you to do is put in the amounts that you like. If you're a real craisin person, well, you can add more to it. Remember, that's a dried fruit. It's going to be high in sugar, so you want to be careful about that. Now, the last thing I'm going to add is a mixture, half and half, of, remember I had the mandarins? I took some of the mandarin juice from that 3/4 size container. It was 11 ounces, so I took half of the juice. And I mixed it with an even proportion of poppy seed dressing. And I just mixed it together, okay? So it's got a nice consistency. It's not thick. You don't want it thick. I'm going to twirl around. Now here again, this is where you want to do more or less based on your taste. I don't like a lot of dressing. I really want all of these flavors that we put in there to do its own thing. And so that's why I'm going to just kind of drape it around, you know, spread it around. I think that was ample. And then I'm going to just take something to toss it around, okay? So that it's able to get to the bottom of the salad. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You have your kale, Brussels sprouts, fruit medley salad. Again, just move it around. It's like I've gotten a few pieces fell off. Move it around. It's just delicious. I would add less sauce at first. You just want to make sure you've covered it, and then you don't actually have to add any more. But if you find you need a little more, you can always add. It's better to add more later than to add it, than to put too much. Okay? So there you have it. I'm going to certainly take a picture, put it out there for you. This is your kale, Brussels sprouts, fruit medley salad. You enjoy this. This is something obviously you can have in the spring, because it's also a fall vegetable in terms of the kale. You can have in the fall. It's just so nutritious. And just be careful on the fruit. You don't want to go overboard, because that's where the sugar is. So I can't wait to hear how you enjoyed this salad. Something different, a neat little mixture. So be sure to write me. And if you're on Facebook, share. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to thumbs up, like it. Thank you. Take care. See you again.